The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine and the money appears. Do you know what you should do with that?
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything. I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... Uh-huh. A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. For it doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay? Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...?
She is like a student unexpectedly called.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15. Yeah, that's why I'm working my arse off in Frit. So I guess, like, that's economic. I don't know. What about it? I don't know. Look at the clock. It's...
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
When ordinary people take over the government and, demand democracy. Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, we're in Frit? As mankind, or as a nation, or...
What will her essay prompt be?
We're in Revachol, like on the Insulindian Isola. That wasn't very hard. Cool.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Right. Please hold.
10-4, come in. Fireworker. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
There, working class drunk. You know what this means, right? Cracked it. All in a good day's work. The woman before... A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring
Oh, crime, robberies. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. Of course. Such violence and immorality. I mean, enjoy.
In your hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. The brittle paperback feels fragile to the touch. The cover features a pastiche of different scenes. In the foreground, a man in a dark overcoat clutches a pistol to his chest. Rising up behind him are two silhouettes wrapped in a passionate embrace. The tagline reads, Detective Dick Mullen must prove his innocence after an old friend. Needless to say, it violates nearly every RCM regulation for a detective to investigate a murder in which he is a suspect.
Are you really reading that, detective? Well, you won't find it in there. Those books are much more about ravishing dames and gunplay than real police work.
When was the last time you... The story opens with a knock. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vesper to a small town along the... 2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vesper police and charged. Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vesper police to release him for 3...
What's the matter, detective?
The lieutenant shrugs. Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen Deneuve reveals that she was Spillane's lover, and that not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician, and as Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol. That said, Torvald, and a typical privileged twat, the kid doesn't exactly have, outwardly, the old police captain. He would certainly have the motive and the means. But one evening, Deanna... Yes, comfort and pleasure. The warmth of another human's touch. The burning taste of liquor on her full, sweet... As the two lovers share... I love you. Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold. When Mullen comes to, Mullen trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel. No, the heat is, can you solve the case before the cops close in? What is it, detective? There was never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was born a detective. Dick Mullen was made to crack skulls. For a moment, you cease to read this. You won't find the answers you're looking for here, in other words. Is it really so evil, detective? Like what? There are worse things in the world than the pursuit of... It's a dangerous line of work, but somebody has to... So, who did it, detective? Could be. Who knows? You begin furiously. You try to grab dozens of pages scatter across the floor.
Ah, yes. Perhaps this is a...
Don't forget, in your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen. You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron.
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put us. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir. No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you...
There is something mysterious about the curtains. You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron-shaped cage-like trinket. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from... This is a traditional inhabitants of Ile Fantôme. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, you see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you. Only an echo. No one is... Only an echo. Only an echo. No one is there. Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Are you alright?
What is going on there? I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed.
You've hurt yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What? You're only making things worse. Stop it. Be compelled to look at the book. A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies. Annette, yes, my daughter. Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? I knew it. Shameful behaviour. She's incorrigible. I understand. You're now feeling guilty about the harsh judgment, but there's no need. Annette needs to get her act together and stop being a lazy slouch, or she'll end up in financial oblivion.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders.
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelf.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. Some of these old paperbacks just...
Shelves filled to the brim with...
Oh, crime, you're a police officer. Oh, crime, you're a police officer.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo Turns out that there are so...
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
You wait for the storekeeper to be distracted. When she's not looking, you haul the tome of cockatoos into your pocket. It's quite a challenge, but eventually the guy... Shelves full of biographies, browsing through all... Suddenly, a high-speed love next to Earth, next to that.
I really must insist. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are...